Attention, women over 40. These are the 8 exercises you must do to burn body fat and change the way your body looks. What's up, everyone? It's Anthony from AB Fitness Center, where we help you to lose body fat, gain muscle, and get stronger. Today, we're talking specifically to the ladies over 40. And the reason why I'm doing that is because once women hit a certain age, they just believe, that's it, I just need to be focusing on cardio right now. I can't be lifting weights. And, they get into this whole mind thing that goes on because they've had kids at this point and they just kind of like, my best times are behind me. But that's further from the truth. So we're going to cover that today. But before we get started, I want you to make sure you hit that subscribe button. This way you never miss a beat and you get real life applicable fitness information right away. And if you're not, I want you to head on over to Instagram at AB Fitness and give me a follow there, because that's gonna, if you have any questions at all, I'm here to help you. And so drop me a question. That's what I'm here for. So to answer your questions. And also make sure you hit that like button, because that really helps me and lets me know I'm doing a good job. So let's get rolling. So, like I said, women over 40, when they're trying to drop body fat, they run to the cardio area. I want to lose fat. Again, this is what 1 pound of body fat looks like. So they want to lose fat, so they head on over to the cardio area, they run there, they plant themselves in the cardio area, and that's all they do, thinking they're going to lose body fat from there. But if you're actually trying to change the shape of your body, the most important thing is going to come from weight training, okay? Muscle, this is 1 pound of muscle, so you can see there's dramatically difference between the two, okay? The body fat takes up a lot more space, but muscle is the most important thing when it comes to burning fat. Remember, muscle cells are active tissue in your body. They help you move, help raise your metabolic rate, so muscle cells actually burn calories. Fat cells, on the other hand, are actually designed to store calories. So obviously, when we're trying to burn body fat, the most important thing is exercising with weights. This is what's going to actually change the shape of your body and alter your body composition. So that's kind of like the benefits of building more muscle. This is why women, especially over 40, and for health reasons too, osteoporosis, osteopenia, it helps to prevent that. So weight training is very, very important for building strong bones and obviously, again, like I said, changing the shape of your body. But regardless of that, 70% of your results are gonna come from what you eat. So the nutrition part of this is really, really important. So I have to include that in here. Even though we're talking about the 8 best exercises, nutrition is everything. So you have to make sure you're eating in a calorie deficit in order to lose body fat in the first place. If you're not and you're just going to the gym, I promise you, you will see nothing. So you really need to make sure that you have everything dialed in nutrition-wise in order to see results. So that's kind of like the the important part here and the star on this whole thing. You have to make sure that your nutrition's dialed in. And again, before we even get into this, if you have any injuries, you should consult a doctor or a professional, and they'll help you with alternatives to these 8 exercises that you can use. And also, if you don't have access to a gym and you have some dumbbells in your house, you can also use alternatives to all these movements that I'm going to give you with dumbbells. Dumbbells are a pretty versatile piece of equipment that you could use. So, and in no particular order, because they're all important, I believe that all 8 of these exercises should be included in every one of your training programs. So exercise number 1 is obviously squats. Squats are a full body exercise. You work over 280 different muscles when you do squats. And again, you want to make sure that you're always doing all of these movements. Again, I should preface this whole video by saying all of these movements will work when you're using something called progressive overload, basically meaning that you're challenging yourself every time you're in the gym to do a little bit better than you did last time. Whether that means doing more weight, whether that means doing more reps, whether that means doing more sets, or whether that means doing the same work as last time, but with better form. So anyway, so going back, squats. Squats will help to develop your lower body. In addition to, they're also a very, very good core builder and building up the musculature of your lower back and your core. Okay, so that's why they're very, very important. Again, now, if you're trying to compete in powerlifting, then obviously you want to try to go below parallel, but you want to try to do the squat as efficient as you can for your body. Again, granted, you may have some injuries or other things happen, but you got to be doing some form of squats in your routine. All right, exercise number 2 is the deadlift. You need to be doing some type of deadlifts. Again, deadlifts work the posterior chain, meaning the muscles of the back, the muscles that we can't see. And most people, most women over 40, their posterior muscles are pretty weak. From sitting, working, whatever. If you're sitting too much, those muscles generally, they get really weak really fast. So doing more of that posterior stuff is also going to help your posture. So doing a form of deadlift, whether that means a trap bar deadlift or a barbell deadlift, or even some dumbbell deadlifts, a stiff-legged deadlift, all those movements are great, again, for helping to develop the lower body, and in addition to strengthening up the muscles of your back and your posture muscles, okay? Those are also important. Number 3, bench press. And again, I bench press in some form. That means an incline press, a dumbbell bench press, a barbell bench press. Those are gonna help to work your upper body muscles, okay? But the bench press is also a bigger compound movement, and it's gonna utilize a lot of different muscles. And in fact, if you're doing the bench press correctly, you're also gonna be using your leg muscles also, because your legs have to statically hold your body still on the bench in order for you to do it. So again, it's a really, really good compound movement that's gonna work your chest, shoulders, and triceps primarily, and again, help get rid of that arm jiggle that most women have trouble getting. Another one, number 4, is the overhead press. Again, you could do this in every variation you can, whichever one's gonna be safe for you. You could use a barbell, you could use dumbbells, you could use even some machines. I would prefer barbells and dumbbells, but again, as long as you're doing some type of overhead press. And one of the things that I hate the most when people do overhead press is they press and they go this way. That's not an overhead press. That's almost like a front raise, and that's very, very bad for your rotator cuff. So when you press, you want to make sure you're pressing behind you so that your ears are in front of your elbows. Okay, doing that will also help your posture muscles also get stronger. And again, just strengthen up your shoulders, your triceps, and your core, and a little bit of your chest as well. Those muscles that you could, the tank top muscles, as some of our clients say, the tank top muscles. So that'll help you get that when you're wearing a tank top, it really has that nice defined look. All right, number 5, and this is one of my favorite core exercises for women over 40, planks. Planks are a super simple exercise to do, and you can make them really hard, and you can build up to them over time. So again, plank just on your elbows in a flat position. You just want to make sure your butt's not in the air or your butt's not sagging down. So you want to make sure you're practicing planks. Again, I would work on those. You could pretty much do them every other day, even every day if you wanted to, and just build up to those with time. But planks are a great movement for strengthening up your whole body. Number 6, one-arm dumbbell rows. And I love one-arm dumbbell rows again because most women over 40 just have, again, those muscles of the posture just really over time just get so weak. So one-arm dumbbell row will allow you to really focus on each side of the back, and it will also allow you to focus on squeezing and utilizing those back muscles properly. So I really like one-arm dumbbell rows as opposed to a barbell row because it allows you to work each side independently, and you can also work on the weak areas with that. In addition to that, you're also going to be utilizing your core to help keep you stable when you do those. Number 7, again, for a lot of reasons that I mentioned earlier, I believe that women over 40 need this exercise in their program, and that's a rear delt dumbbell fly. Okay, again, for the same reasons I said earlier, those posture muscles take a beating. And again, just most people in general, not just women over 40, but what happens over time from sitting at a desk or whatever, your shoulders start to slouch. All these muscles back here get really elongated and can lead to a lot of injuries. So doing a lot more rear delt or posterior work will help to alleviate all that and will help give you better posture, which will help you to get those tank top muscles that you normally would want to see. All right. And number 8, one of my favorite tricep exercises for women over 40 is the tricep kickback, dumbbell tricep kickback. Basically, you're in a bent over position. It's kind of hard for me to do this in this angle, and then you're just extending your arm out. Okay. You're going to work the long head of the tricep because your tricep connects in here and then all the way through to the shoulder. So when you do a kickback, you're really working the tricep all the way through from its insertion point. So that's kind of where you want to be. So tricep kickbacks are the best exercise. And again, you don't need much equipment to do this. You just need a pair of dumbbells. So those are the 8 exercises that I recommend women over 40 do. I believe that every program should include these core movements in there because they're compound movements. They utilize a lot of different muscles all at once, and they're going to give you the best bang for your buck to change your body, especially if you're a woman over 40 listening to this. So if you like this video, make sure you look below. In the comments below, I also included a link to our blueprint to help you transform your body. That's absolutely free, so pick that up. And in addition to that, access to our Facebook group. Okay, I share a lot more of other stuff in there, so I want you to join that. And again, if you thought this was helpful, make sure you watch this video and this video because that's going to help you get to the next level. And I will catch you guys on the next one.